Last time I checked.
Just a little, though. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Ana Rodriguez. We've got a snowy commute for many of you across the upper Midwest. So let's show you the cities where you're walking outside and you're seeing the snow out there.
A touch of winter is really the best way to what's happening on the radar, what you're dealing with out there. Winter weather advisories again for this morning, stretching from D.C. over through, say, Wilmington, Delaware, and then South Jersey, including Atlantic City. Charleston to Beckley, West Virginia, we've got some snow hanging on, and even down here into the North Carolina mountains. Boone, North Carolina, under a winter weather advisory for a snowy commute today. So here's the radar. You know, even Charlotte, not too far away, you saw a little bit of a snow coat out there. Not a lot, but enough to remind us that it is still January 30th. We got the snow coming down for us now. Baltimore, D.C. again moving through this morning, but you are going to be dealing with a coating of snow on the roads, making it slippery in spots. So we take a look at this and we track this out through the day today, and through the morning, really. It's not through the day. We're going to get rid of this pretty quickly through the tail end of the morning commute. We've got those snow showers moving out. Ocean City, Maryland, you'll get some snow through the morning, but then moving on out by the end of the commute here. Some snow hanging on with that upslope flow here across the mountains of West Virginia, up into the highlands of Pennsylvania. Western Pennsylvania will keep it going as well. There's actually another little trough or disturbance swinging on through later today, too, by tonight. So that will keep us sort of snow showery out across Western Pennsylvania and definitely across Western Maryland and West Virginia, where you have some elevation. But for most of us, it's a light snow. It's 1 to 3 inches. It's barely worthy of getting the shovel out, but you will have to make sure that front step is clear to get down to your car. We got that this morning around Ocean City, where temperatures are not too far from the freezing mark, but you know, certainly if it comes down heavy enough, it will accumulate pretty quickly. So that's what you got to watch out for. Atlantic City, New Jersey, you've got some snow this morning as well, and we've got that just until about 9-10 o'clock, and then wrapping up in a cloudy but cool afternoon ahead with temperatures very close, if not a little below average. All right, coming back into Minnesota and Wisconsin too. Looking at the Midwest and everything you're dealing with here, very light, very scattered, but Cleveland, it's not just the lake effect towns east of Cleveland, it's everyone getting a little bit of light snow this morning. You can see that spreading on in. The morning commute will be, I think, tough here because it's a light coating. Certainly the road crews are out treating the roadways, but it's not a big snow that keeps people off the road, right? So you got all that volume out there, and we will be dealing with that. Let's track the next system coming in, another mid-level disturbance that's going to be diving on in through Minnesota and Wisconsin. This one, as it comes down, will bring a light coat of snow from Minnesota, especially northern Minnesota, north of I-94. Wisconsin, same deal, and then bring it back through Michigan, and we'll see that duck down into the parts of the mid-Atlantic, mainly the Northeast, getting into tomorrow. So here's how the future radar looks here. We take what's happening now, we put this into future mode. There'll be some snow sweeping in through parts of Wisconsin for you into lower Michigan, getting into the afternoon hours. This is about 10 o'clock tonight, getting in through the overnight. And then you'll see maybe some lake effect kicking in behind that. We're also going to watch for a little snow then to spread across Pennsylvania, parts of western New York, Ohio will get some of that as well before we get some more lake effect in behind that as well. So a very typical wintry pattern. You might not care why it's snowing, but it'll be back and forth between a trough and the lake effect, a trough and the lake effect here in the Midwest. All right, Tuesday night, here we go with what's happening for you into the Northeast. We actually could get a little snow there into Massachusetts, Connecticut, maybe, Rhode Island, perhaps, and certainly farther north into Vermont, New Hampshire. We've got a better chance of that. Milwaukee, we've got that chance of snow coming in starting tonight with that next clipper dropping down. We'll see it continue. And then getting into Tuesday, just cloudy. The clouds have been, oh, Anna Rittis, the clouds. We are seeking sunshine here in the Midwest.
Home and talk about the snow reaching all the way down to the Georgia mountains.
Yep, North Georgia. We're going to take a look at your winter wonderland. Patty Cakes Bakery, if you have a craving there in Galveston. All right, so today in Texas, again, a pretty gusty west wind coming in. West Texas actually pretty dry, too, so there could be a fire risk. That's going to be one thing to watch. Other than that, we have a pretty quiet weather pattern. Pretty nice, pretty warm. Temperatures are going back up again after the chill last week, or not chill, back to January last week, right? But now we're back to above average again. Mid-70s in Dallas, Oklahoma City. We're quickly warming up today to 73, Wichita 67. So, I mean, the thing about this winter is that these cold snaps haven't really lasted that long, right? And they certainly won't either. A little bit of a cool down coming later this week. Anna Rittis.
All right, thanks, Jen.
It's extreme. Not many people experience it, but it is extreme, and we love to track it. All right, let's track your weather this morning in Charlotte, North Carolina. A little snow out there and west of town, some of the hills. This morning we're starting at 30 degrees. It feels like 25. It's going to be a real cool, chilly start to the day, and then we'll start warming back up again. So the chill that we had over the weekend is not going to last. Temperatures going about 10 to 20 degrees above average by midweek, and we'll see that move all the way to the southeast. Then we have another little cool down coming in, getting us close to average for most by the time we get to the weekend. But let's not rush the week, especially because temperatures are warming up. So we got temperatures in Nashville today heading to 50 and 55 in Atlanta, all pretty close to average. But by tomorrow, we're jumping up about 10 to 15 degrees, going into the mid-70s in Jackson and Montgomery. Jacksonville, we start warming back up 2 to 71 degrees, and Raleigh and Charleston, you'll get back to the 60s as well. And you'll keep that for Wednesday. So Wednesday is February 1st. We're kicking off the month of February with temperatures that you might expect in March or even early April, right? Now, by Thursday, Groundhog Day, we're going to be watching for temperatures to start cooling back down a little bit behind that next system, but not too far from average. So certainly no record-breaking temperatures coming. Atlanta, it looks like this. The average high is 54 degrees, and you're close to that today, but temperatures jump up to nearly 70 tomorrow and Wednesday. You stay in the 60s on Thursday. By Friday, you're back to a little bit below average at 52 degrees. So what does that mean for the weekend? I know it's only Monday, but we'll get you into the weekend in view, always getting you through the work week and getting that weekend started, even if it's only Monday. Now today, we're going to be looking for a lot of warmth spreading back across the plains. I feel dark. Does it feel dark over here? A little dark. It's Monday. We're going to be watching for the warmth across the middle of the country spreading east, and then there'll be these clippers, right? And so we got another clipper coming on in by Wednesday that's going to be heading into the northeast. We'll get some light snow. It's nothing crazy, nothing strong, but still snow that will affect travel. So that's what you got to plan for. Your morning commute, your evening commute, snow on the roads, delays for the kids in school. That's happening on Wednesday. Thursday, just lake effect taking over. Then on Friday, and it starts on Thursday, the west is going to end our break. We've had a nice break after the deluge of precip. The difference this time is it's not going to be an atmospheric river event. We're not going to get a huge dousing of moisture, but you get some. And then we'll see that system track across the country Saturday into Sunday, heading into the southeast and Iritis in time for the weekend. Actually, if you go outside this morning. All right, let me show you what's happening in the forecast, because it has been snowing right through the mid-Atlantic. It's still snowing in Atlantic City right now. Visibility running about 2.5 miles, which is a very light snow. We'll keep this going through about 9 o'clock, and then after that, things improve. All the while, temperatures don't get much below 30 degrees. In fact, we should stay close to the freezing mark and then get to the mid-30s by later today. Atlantic City has actually had more snow than D.C., than Philadelphia, than New York City this winter already, and you're getting it this morning. D.C., though, also getting some light snow as well this morning. You can see where now it's leaving the district. Baltimore, it's been very light, just a little steadier south towards D.C. We're getting some of that steadier snow crossing over Delaware, South Jersey, and some of it mixing in with rain at times as well, because temperatures are so mild. Then we've got the snow falling for you a little bit back towards Front Royal. Not a lot of accumulation with that. The snow in the mountains will be a little bit more because you'll have some help from the upslope there. And we're also getting some snow up towards Cleveland, which we'll talk about, because that is proving to be the most impactful snow that we have out there this morning. It's pretty steady with that lake enhancement. So we take you through the day today. We'll get some light snow showers continuing across western Pennsylvania, continuing across the mountains of West Virginia and western Maryland. But our mid-Atlantic stuff will be wrapping up through the tail end of the morning commute. It times out like this for you in Ocean City, Maryland. You actually have a little bit of rain in the area right now. Temperature mid-30s. We'll change over to some light snow showers continuing through about 10 o'clock. And all the while, roads should remain okay. Bridges and overpasses will be the main spots. You got to watch for any slick spots as well. For Detroit, we've got some snow showers starting tonight. So all day today, we're doing all right. But then by this evening, maybe after you go to bed, you're going to wake up in the morning and you've got a new snow cover out there, because snow will have been falling right through the overnight. It's clipper snow. Clippers notoriously don't have a ton of moisture with them. They're pretty fast moving, so they just drop a couple of inches of snow. And that's what this guy will do. You can see it diving down right now. There's a spin right there, heading right into the Dakotas. It'll scoot over into northern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, and most of the accumulation will be along and north of Interstate 94 from Minnesota into Wisconsin. We start the day with some snow, and this lake enhancement right here in Cleveland, this has really been stretching out all across the city. Cleveland, sometimes it's just east of town, but not today. It's all across downtown, west of town. The Lorraine Airport was reporting half-mile visibility and moderate snow at the last check. We've got snow falling downtown and to the east of town in your typical lake effect belt areas where you have a little elevation circulation help too. That's actually going to pick up, I think, a little bit more into the day as those winds turn around to the north and west. It's all about the wind direction when it comes to the lake effect. When it comes to the Clipper, the wind direction behind it will make a big difference too, bringing in some cooler temperatures and really windy conditions today across North Dakota. Get ready for that. But talking about the snow portion of this, we'll show you what happens. We time out that snow spreading into Wisconsin by the evening commute home. Green Bay to Milwaukee watching up for you. I-94 watching up for you and north of there. And then spreading it overnight into parts of Michigan and then northern Ohio. By tomorrow morning, you've got another issue back on the roads, and that is snowfall. And to get you through this work week and into next weekend. So a couple of clippers and then a big storm coming into the west. That's a summary of what's happening. We start with clipper number 1 that starts diving down today into Minnesota, Wisconsin. That brings a new snow coat across the state of Wisconsin. Milwaukee, Green Bay, you'll get some light snow out of this. Detroit, you'll get some snow. Traverse City, after you're nearly 10 inches of snow, we're going to get some more snow for you coming in with this next clipper. And this one goes a little farther north than the last one that we just had. And we'll see that maybe we get a little bit of snow out there from Boston to Portland with this by Wednesday, but it's a clipper, so it moves fast. It's moving out. It's gone before you know it. Thursday, it's gone. Temperatures are going to be cooling down behind it. Look at those highs from Fargo to Chicago, only in the 20s for highs. So this nice warm stretch that we've had, that's over. It's more like average or a little below average for us this week there. But all the while in the west, you saw Thursday and Friday, things start changing in the west. Your dry break is over, so moisture back in, and then that system tracks Saturday into Sunday through the middle of the country and then to the southeast and into the northeast by the time the weekend wraps up.